Good morning. Coffee time, Polly P. How you doing this morning? It's about 7 a.m. here. I saw that you posted about the 12 volt system. I'm doing a 12 volt system for two reasons. One, I'm on the road. So I can, if my battery dies, I can jump start my battery off my internal batteries in the van. And two, if you break down anywhere on the road, if there's a Walmart, a truck stop, or a Harbor Freights around, you can get another inverter if it fries on you or goes bad. So if that 12 volt system goes down, you can easily replace it on the road. If you have a 36 or 48 volt system or 24, you're going to have to probably special order those parts. And I'm mobile on the road, so I need something that I can change out quickly if things happen. Normally they don't though, right? I've had three solar systems that I built myself. My last one was a 48 volt system. It was a whole house system. I had 5,000 watts on the roof. And then I had the big batteries that were about 180 pounds. They were on cast wheels, so you could roll them around. But I had that, and I had a 5,000 watt 48 volt PIP inverter, which is a power box bigger than the power box that runs my house here. Um, the problem with that is the bigger the inverter you get, and the bigger amperage you get, the more standby it's going to draw. So if you have a big, huge power box, and you're only running a few things like lights and stuff, that power box is drawing more off the battery than the lights are. So I'm keeping everything low and under 500 watts. My air conditioner is a Walmart window unit that's 500 watts. My look here, my cute. Look at that. Look how little that is there. My cute little microwave, 500 watts. It's a point 0.5 cubic foot microwave. It is a Sharp Carousel half pint. And the reason I got this microwave is from the 80s. It is because I've been to no less than three gas stations that were like 40 years old down in the South, and they use that microwave to heat their sandwiches. So I know that this microwave will work good. It is from the 80s, but it'll also only draw 500 watts. The smallest one you can get at Walmart is a 700 watt microwave. So this is even less than that. So it takes 2 minutes to heat a cup of coffee, but instead of a minute, because it's not like 1500 watts. But my coffee's nice and warm. It works. I'm using this right now every day as my microwave. Um, so so I'm going to use a 12 volt system, easily replaceable. I can jump start on the road. Now let's talk about how much battery I need. So in order to run an AC unit and a fridge all night, I estimated that I'm going to need about 600 amp hours of battery. Now you can get one battery that's 600 amp hour for about 600 bucks, and it's 24 inches by 12 inches. So if you get one battery, it makes it a lot smaller, but I don't have money to do that. I have to start off smaller, so I'm going to try to get a 300 amp hour battery. Birds are chirping there for you. 300 amp hour battery, and then when later on I'll add another 300 amp hour battery and just link them together. That should run an AC unit for give me about 4 hours of sleep safely, and then I'll get back on the road. So how am I going to charge this then? I'm going to have no solar panels. I don't want any solar panels on the roof. I want to be able to sleep in a Walmart without people saying, oh, that guy's camping. Or I want to be able to park in a neighborhood after DoorDash at 7, 8 at night and go to bed until the sun comes up so I can get the morning money of delivering coffees and stuff like that. And I don't want to sweat to death. So running an AC is fine, even if you have 4 hours. Now, as soon as I start that car in the morning and I drive, you can charge 600 amp. It depends on the amperage of the inverter. Okay, so basically, when my car is running, the alternator's running, I can send amperage back off the alternator to charge those batteries through the day. But you got to be careful with that. I'm going to run 30 to 50 amps off the battery. The battery itself in the vehicle is usually 110 to 150 amps of service, meaning that if you try to run a 100 amp hour charger on that, you're going to fry your alternator, right? So we don't want that. And these are pretty safe. They've been used a long time. So I know that if I get 30 amp hour 12 volt to 12 volt charger, and I plug it up into there, that if I'm driving around for 8 to 10 hours a day doing DoorDash, it'll have charged those batteries, the 600 amp hours of batteries through the day. And then I can run the AC. I can run this TV right here, which I'm taking with me. I can run this TV. I can run my little microwave, all that, all night, and then charge all day while I'm working. That's the goal. That's the way I'm gonna do it. I will also have, for emergencies, or if I go to a campground, I'll also have a 10 amp charger that I can plug into the wall, like anywhere I can get shore power. Like if I stop by Dave's house, and I park outside Dave's house for a week, right? I can run an extension cord into the house and keep the batteries charged at night. So about 30 amps. I really want 50, but I don't want to push it on my alternator. About 30 amps will do me, sending 12 volts back. 30 amps off the alternator is what I mean. Now, a lot of people buy alternators, like instead of a 150 amp alternator, they'll go get a 300 amp alternator. I'd suggest saving the regular one back as a backup. If you're on the road, you can swap that back in then and just not charge the batteries. But I don't see any need to do that because all the stuff I've looked at, very few people are frying alternators on the road because they're charging 600 amp hours, right? Very few. It's the ones where you push up the amps coming off there that you fry it. Okay, and there's a caveat here. If you're running at idle, that's doing a lot of work on your alternator. If you're pushing the gas and moving, that's doing a lot less work, meaning there's more juice. You've revved up the engine, there's more juice, and you're doing a lot less damage. So I think Victron has one that's a step down, which is awesome. I'm looking into that one. It's about 180 bucks, meaning that it'll only draw 20, 30 amps while you're sitting there at a stoplight, but as soon as you push the gas, then it's going to take 50 amps off the alternator, making it safe, meaning that you're not drawing 50 amps off an idling vehicle. So you just kind of want to either do a toggle switch on there. If you're sitting at red lights, toggle it off so you're not going to fry that alternator. Or you want one that does a step down depending on the RPMs of the vehicle. So that is probably a lot more in 8 minutes than you wanted to know about solar. But yes, I'm running a 12 volt system. And there's a reason why. And I'll run 2 AUG cables, the thickest cables I can, so I have the least amount of heat transfer, and I'll keep them as short as possible. Like I said, if all things were correct, I'd have a 600 amp hour battery, but probably going to start with the 2 to 300 amp hour battery and add on, which sucks because that just means you need to add more wires and piggy them back, and it makes it a mess when you could have just bought a 600 amp hour battery, one of them 24 inches long, set it in the back, hooked 2 wires to it, and had power. Got to do what you got to do, though. We're going to get on the road here real soon. We got about 4 days, 3 days left after today before I got to get on the road here. So got the house pretty empty. Just got a few things left to shore up here. And I got to go get a van all in 3 days. But 12 volt system is the way to go in a car. 36 is probably the way to go at home. You can do 48, but 36 will do you. All right, that's more than you wanted to know. But yep, 12 volts.